Hey, welcome into Sports with Balls, y'all. I'm Jeff Michael. Man, few and far between these days. There's a reason for it, though. There's a reason. Welcome into Sports with Balls, episode 309. Getting up there. I'm excited, man. I love this shit. There's not a whole lot going on, though. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. There is not a ton going on in the sports world, as you guys are fully aware. But we're going to talk about some of it. I've heard a lot of people talking about the USA basketball, the men's basketball team, right? The Olympic team going through the Olympic trials right now. This kid, Cooper Rush, right? Cooper Flag going to Duke. There's a picture of him floating around the internet where him and LeBron James are, he's guarding LeBron James, which is pretty interesting. Probably number one pick next year, right? Or the year after, Cooper Flag. I put something out on social media where if he stays at Duke for 4 years, Cooper Flag will be eligible for almost $400 million in his rookie season in the NBA. That's inflation with the NBA, everything. That's insane. Absolutely incredible, man. Wow. But we'll get into that a little bit. Major League Baseball coming towards the All-Star break, home run derby, stuff like that. We'll try to touch base on that. Y'all have questions. Y'all have comments. Leave them. Those of y'all that are watching live right now on TikTok, TikTok will be next week, but Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that stuff. Leave me a comment. Try to get to it as soon as possible. And those of y'all that are in Houston, Texas, man, I hope you guys get your power back on ASAP. I was one of the lucky ones out here. That's why I'm doing a live show right now that I did not lose power, but 2 million people in Houston, Texas lost power due to the hurricane that just went through there. So hope you guys get power back ASAP. If not, there's 30 minutes right now that you can pay attention to me. If you're watching or wherever you're watching. I was at the mall yesterday and people were camped out in the mall, charging phones, computers, stuff like that on the floor. This guy had his dogs on the floor, literally almost like a tent inside of the mall because there's no power. Those of y'all that don't understand this, it's almost 100 degrees here outside. And if you do not have power, you basically cannot stay at home. It's unlivable. So I hope you guys get electricity back. I know CenterPoint Energy is trying their damnedest. So hopefully they'll get it back on for you soon. But that being said, this is Sports with Balls. Let's start off with July the 10th. By the way, obviously I do the show in the mornings now, but this is an afternoon show because of the power outage. Figured we'd go ahead and get one doing this afternoon. Happy July 10th, National Kitten Day. Oh, one of my favorites, National Pina Colada. Going to have a pina colada today for sure. Bahamas Independence Day. Don't step on a bee day. Let's see, Global Energy Independence Day. We just talked about that. Gospel Day, if your name is Caleb. National Pizza Day in Brazil, which is awkward. Stella Day, if your name's Stella. Stella! A Seinfeld reference. National Wyoming Day. Pick Blueberries. Teddy Bear Picnic Day. Guys, don't do that. Don't go to the park and take a teddy bear with you. Please don't do that. Nikola Tesla's birthday. Wow. Man, I've been wanting a Tesla. I may get one of those pretty soon. That's about it, man. So don't Teddy Bear Picnic Day. Man, pick blueberries, Wyoming Day. If your name's Caleb, Gospel Day. What was the other big one we had up here? Oh, National Pina Colada Day. Speaking of pina coladas, go grab one at Christian's Tailgate, guys. I tell y'all about this place every single time I'm on air. Halfway because they do pay a lot of the bills, but christianstailgate.com. Go to one of their 4 or 5 Houston area locations. Order food via whatever food app you use. Also, their drink specials, man. They've got goat yoga. They got everything you want, man. Incredible place to watch the games. The Astros will be playing tonight. They've got other MLB games on right now. You guys get over to Christian's Tailgate right now. Cool off. If you don't have electricity, they got plenty of drinks. All their locations are open. So go over to Christian's Tailgate and get your drink on. Or get you eat on. Bailey Roofing. A lot of you guys have issues with leaks right now. I've looked at 4 or 5 of them over the past 2 days. Go to gm@baileyroofingconstruction.com. Or call 281-961-2872. Garrison Bailey will take care of you. Give them a shout. Bailey Roofing and Construction. And if your car got sticks on it, trees on it, falls on it, go see the guys over at Diamond Auto Spa. That's diamondautospot.com. or Diamond Auto HTX on social media, 346-319-5961. Austin Bauer over there hooking your ride up. Let's get to some sports. All right, guys. Look, England is beating the Netherlands right now. They're in penalty minutes in the 2024 European Championship. The Dutch have showed out, but it looks, what a great matchup, man. What a great matchup. England is winning 2-1 over the Netherlands. Awesome match right there. Man, there's some sports right now, but it's different, right? We're waiting on the NFL to start. Caitlin Clark, by the way, went off today. Caitlin Clark dropped 29 and 13 in a loss. Angel Reese got her 14th straight double-double. For those of y'all that are keeping up with the WNBA, which seems to be a ton of people these days, I understand that the Indiana Fever are losing a lot of games right now, man, which is fine. That's completely fine to me. It's her rookie year, speaking of Caitlin Clark, but I do think she needs to score more. There's games where she'll only score 10 or 13. I like this 29 and 13 thing. She keeps that up, they're going to surround her with the right people. I don't know how many times I've watched these games and she throws a dime to somebody and the ball goes right through their hands or they blow the layup. Her numbers should be absolutely off the wall right now, but they're not because, to be honest with you, her teammates just aren't that good. That's flat out. Her teammates are not that good. So Caitlin Clark with 29 and 13 today with a loss, but played well. Speaking of basketball, you have the Redeem team. Is that what you want to call them? The Redeem team. And the hype around this team has been built up in the last, 2-3 weeks because the Paris Olympics are coming up. Now, one big note, Kawhi Leonard is out. Found that out today. Go figure. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. But they barely won against Cooper Flagg and some, I don't want to say scrubs. These guys are good as well, but it doesn't seem like this team is that. Now, look, this could be that the rest of the world is catching up with the NBA. And we saw that. Look at the last few drafts. Victor Wembanyama picked first 2 years ago or last year. And then this past draft, 2 foreign players picked in the top 2 picks and then 3 in the top 7. So you see the European influence, obviously, everywhere. And Luka being one of the best players in the league and the Joker, obviously, MVP. I don't know if our team – are you going to be shocked if the USA men's basketball team does not bring home the gold? I'm not. I really am not. Some of these teams are fantastic. Canada has an amazing team. Spain has an amazing team. France, look, man, they are no joke. Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, trying to score on those 2 guys is going to be quite the feat. It's LeBron and company, right? Steph Curry. It just seems like a bunch of old heads, which, by the way, long time ago, the Dream Team was a bunch of old heads too, but the European influence hadn't caught up with the NBA as of yet, right? So I just think that the European influence has caught up with us, right? All these teams are good. All these teams are fantastic. So I don't know. We're going to find out what exactly goes down with the USA team coming up here pretty soon. I'm not going to be shocked if they lose. I'm not going to be shocked if the USA basketball team does not make the finals or doesn't get the gold. There's some great teams out there, really good teams, but we've got Kawhi Leonard is now out for the team, and we're going to see what happens. I don't know. Who do you think should start? You've got Steph. Obviously, LeBron. You've got the guys from Boston in there. It's a great team. Are they going to win? You would think we're used to, you go back to the Dream Team and they blew out everybody. Almost by 100 points, some of these teams. And you would think that these guys, with their talent level, should blow these other guys out of the water, and they're just not doing it. And I don't think they're going to either. Maybe some of these teams, but they're going to lose a game or two. But I think with this amount of talent, you should not lose a game. And you should blow people out. You should be kicking everybody's ass. You're still the United States of America. You still have the best probably 10 guys everywhere. In fact, the last 5 guys on the bench should probably wipe the floor with the rest of the teams, but they will not. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. Maybe they don't have Michael Jordan. They don't have a Michael Jordan guy on that team. I don't know. But it looks to be pretty tough, man. It looks to be a pretty tough sled for the quote unquote redeem team, right? I don't know, man. I'm not overwhelmed by this team at all. It's and this is part of our childhood, some people's childhood. This is part of the last generation of the NBA that's going. I just, man, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this team at the moment. Not exactly sure how it's going to go down or what's going to go down, but I don't see them winning it. I don't. And in fact, I'm going to look up the odds, and either on tomorrow's show or on Monday's show, I'm going to place my bet. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to place my bet, though. I'm just not exactly sure of what I'm going to do. We're going to find out. By the way, speaking of this weekend, there's an incredible comic and card show going down. I don't have the actual flyer up on the screen as of yet. I'll try to get it up by tomorrow. But man, it's the Conroe Sports and Collectibles comic show. It is a card show. Sorry. It is fantastic. Do you know that these people are going to have, which I consider amazing, Conroe Sports Cards and Collectibles show tomorrow. They're going to have a retro video game tournament. So Super Bowl, remember the Super Bowl game, and Mario Kart, they're going to have a tournament. I don't know what the prizes are, but man, it's a free admission into this comic and card show. PSA drop-offs. This is amazing. And look, go to Sports with Balls on your social media outlets. I've got it sitting up there. It's tomorrow in Conroe, Texas. Let's see. I'm sorry. It's Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. Till 5 p.m. Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunday. Go to, I'll put it up there. Go to Sports with Balls on the social media outlets, and I will put up, the flyer's already up on there, but I will get it on the screen and on tomorrow's show for sure. But man, this thing looks fun. I want to do the Mario Kart, and maybe that's because I kick my kids' butt all the time, but I'm down. I'm down to do a retro video game tournament. I don't know if Super Bowl, if I'll win at that one. I'm sure there's some good people out there, but man, that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. It's tomorrow in Conroe. Shane Condon puts this thing on, Conroe Sports Cards and Collectible Show. Fantastic show. Go to, what's it, 200 tables? Damn. I'm waiting to get my cards in today. As a matter of fact, check out this card I pulled yesterday, man. Look at this one. This is one I pulled yesterday, which is awesome. Now, I understand that it's not Paul Skynes, but guess what I did get? Bam. I cannot believe that I pulled that yesterday. I did get another, it's this Jackson Holiday one yesterday. It was pretty dope. But look, huge comic and card guy. I've got tons of comics, as you guys can see behind me, the cards and Funko Pop stuff like that. So probably going to this gig out in Conroe tomorrow. You guys get out there. All right. So tomorrow or Monday, I will get into my picks as far as the NBA and the Olympic team is concerned. Just not a huge fan, man. Some other NBA news. Jonte Porter pleads guilty in his case tied to the NBA scandal. To the NBA betting scandal, which we talked about earlier. He could get, he's banned from the league, obviously. I think he could get 3 to 5 years. I don't think he will. He pled guilty. Obviously, this is a plea deal. There's a couple of people involved in this deal, but the NBA got an investigation going, and Jonte Porter is suspended from the league forever, indefinitely. John Morant was cleared for full contact. That's huge news for the Memphis Grizzlies, who got a good draft pick this year. CP3 went to the Spurs. We all know that. And then, I don't know. Oh, it says right here that Kevin Durant is out for today's USA friendly against Canada. Oh, man. These guys are we going to see a major injury? That's another thing about this Olympic team. With all these guys up there in age, and the dream team, when they were doing it, looks like they were having fun out there. By the way, FYI, Charles Barkley leading scorer of the dream team when they were back in 1994. Is that the dream team? But are these guys going to have injuries? The other guys didn't because they were just having so much fun. They're just playing around. Kevin Durant's got a calf injury. It looks like Kawhi Leonard's gone. Are they going to start dropping like flies? Man, I'm not a fan of this dream team. I'm not. Or redeem team, or just USA Olympic team, however you want to categorize them. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. All right, what else we got going on? I already went over Reese's double-double. Caitlin Clark at 29 and 13. Deion Sanders is in the news. He's always look. College football's right around the corner. So is the Hall of Fame game. Hall of Fame game is in fact in 20 days. That's going to be fantastic. 21 days. I don't have any other huge news, man. Right now is just such a slow time for sports. You've got baseball warming up for the Olympics and people getting ready for football. That's pretty much it. Unless you want to talk about John Cena retiring. But by the way, go to Sports with Balls on your social media outlets, man. Follow Sports with Balls on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. It's all on there. I posted something about John Cena retiring, man. I got backlash, man. Like it's not a sport. Those guys put themselves through some hell, man. I know that. I know. Speaking of, like, one more WWE reference. Hulk Hogan got married to his 29 or 39-year-old girlfriend this past weekend. Don't ask me how I know that. I do. All right, let's go to some baseball. Today, Marlins and Astros, 7:10 p.m. I will actually be at that game. There's a ton of doubleheaders today. Twins and White Sox had a doubleheader. Well, first game of a doubleheader. White Sox won 3-1. Royals and Cardinals just finished up. Royals won 6-4. Both of those are doubleheaders. And there's another doubleheader, too. I believe it is. The Twins and White Sox will kick off here in a minute. Got Cubs and Orioles. There was another game postponed today. That hurricane, man, that messed up a lot of people's schedules. Tons of baseball on the docket today. I'm going to say, if I'm going to put my money on one game, Myers from Milwaukee. I like the Milwaukee game a lot. Facing Perez, who's 1-4 with a 5 ERA for Pittsburgh. So I'll take Milwaukee. Nick Pivetta for Boston, but Sears is decent for Oakland. Reds, Frankie Montas against Freeland. Reds are at home. That Philly-Dodger series is fun. Phillies won yesterday. Here's an interesting thing, though. I'm getting up to this Yankees-Rays series. Yankees lost again, man. You had Brian Cashman, the GM of the Yankees, saying, I'm starting to go on the road with them. The Yankees are the worst team in baseball since the beginning of June. The worst team in all of baseball. Now, they're lucky they got out to an incredible start because they're still 55-38. But, man, dude, the New York Yankees have absolutely fell off the wagon, man. 3-7 in their last 10 games. I don't know the record directly offhand, but I think since June 10th, they are the worst team in baseball. It is a bad look. And for them to still be 55-38 and the worst team in baseball since June is unbelievable. That's how good they were. And Aaron Judge is off to MVP caliber season, which he still is. Aaron Judge is still on pace to be a front runner for the MVP for sure. But it's the negativity that has followed this Yankees team right now as far as being one of the worst teams in baseball right now. When you have your GM saying we're going on the road, and in fact, he came out in an interview yesterday saying we're going to do what we have to do at the deadline. Is he trading for more people? What are you doing with Juan Soto? Like, I feel like the Yankees are on the verge of a massive collapse, even though they're 55-38, 3 games out of first in the East, and they're playoff bound. I still feel like the Yankees, they could be headed. They're one injury away from just bombing out. If Aaron Judge gets hurt and misses any time, and then you got Soto who may be leaving next year, ouch. No wonder Cashman. This may be all or nothing for the Yankees this year. And on the flip side of that, you have the Houston Astros, who are 7-3 instead of 3-7 in their last 10, the hottest team in baseball since the beginning of June, and are now only 2 games back of the Seattle Mariners for first place. That's going to be a fun thing to watch. They're 3 games over 500. They're at plus 38 now in the differential. That Houston, and on top of that, the Houston Astros are absolutely injured. Like, the entire team is injured. They haven't had Kyle Tucker, who led the entire major league in home runs. They haven't had him for a month, and they're doing this. They haven't had Justin Verlander. They still got McCullers hurt. They've still got Javier hurt. They've got, their entire pitching staff basically is dismantled. Now, did they find a gem? Yes, they did. But you get that Houston Astros team healthy at the right time, come October or the late September games, watch out. That could be the hottest team in baseball, and going into the playoffs, you've got the Houston Astros probably leading the pack in the American League to go to the World Series. That Astros-Orioles series would be amazing. Because the Baltimore Orioles literally mimic the 2017, 2018, 2019 Houston Astros. Raised all their guys from the farm system, put them into the majors, and that team is phenomenal. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, the pitching staff. Man, Baltimore's a great team, and the Astros are a great team. I think cream always rises to the top. At one time, the Houston Astros were 10 games under 500, and now they're 3 games over. That team is playing very, very, very well. And by the way, they got hit. Yordan Alvarez got hit 3 times in a 3-game series. Altuve got hit on the hand, missed a game. They got beamed, I think, 9 times in 3 games with their set against the Twins. And there was no retaliation. I don't think this has to do with any 2017 BS. I just think it has to do with bad pitching. And somebody had mentioned, when you hold the bat up there and it hits that front hand, that causes a ton of injuries. It happened to Carlos Correa. And I'm just wondering if baseball will how they would control that. Somebody was like, man, they really need to get a hold of that. I'm like, how? These guys are just trying to throw 99 heaters up and in. But wear that padded glove, I guess. But Houston Astros, great team right now. New York Yankees, ouch. 1 injury away from bombing. And look, Boston Red Sox right on their heels. They are 3.5 games behind the Yankees. That's going to be fun to watch. If we're already looking at wild card scenarios, yeah, here it is. If we're already looking at wild card scenarios, Boston's in. Yankees are in. Come on, man. Look, I want to see that series. Wow. The Astros 3.5 games back. Kansas City Royals, great baseball team. A game and a half out from the wild card. And then it kind of takes a drop off. The Rays, the Rangers, Tigers, Blue Jays. So if you switch over to the National League and staying with the wild card scenario, Braves are in, Cardinals are in, Padres are in. Now, Mets only a game and a half out after that horrendous start. And people were saying dismantle this team. The Mets are now sitting at 500, a game and a half out of the wild card race. The New York Mets. That is absolutely insane. The Mets and the Astros have been the 2 hottest teams since the beginning of June. Diamondbacks 2.5 back, Giants 2.5 back, Pirates 3 back. By the way, the Pirates have the best pitching prospect that I've seen in a very, very long time. And he happens to have one of the hottest girlfriends on the planet, who, by the way, is going back for her 5th year at LSU. Good for her, Olivia Dunn. That's it for baseball, man. I really have nothing else. There's not a lot of golf news, man. We're all waiting for one thing and one thing only. That is the NFL. The Hall of Fame game is about 21 days away. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with Wimbledon talk, man. I'm just not. I don't know that. I'm not going to sit here and do it. Like, there's just nothing's that interesting in Wimbledon right now. Sorry. It's just not. England beat the Netherlands, by the way. So there you go. And the Netherlands, let's see, 2-1 England. Good job. I bet they are absolutely having a riot over there. All right, Caitlin Clark drops 29, had 13 assists. That's about it for the news, man. I'm going to try to have a show tomorrow morning. If not, we will get it on Monday. But do want to thank a couple of people before we get out of here. Number 1, Chris's Tailgate. I told y'all, those of y'all without power, Centerpoint's trying their best to get it on. That's if you live in Houston, Texas. So sorry, and I hope you guys are comfortable. Go to Chris's Tailgate. All their locations are open. They've got the sports playing. They've got drink specials. Tell them you're without power. Tell them Sports with Ball sent you, and they'll buy you a beer. ChristiansTailgate.com. Find one near you. Bailey Roofing and Constuction. Any trees fall on your house? I've seen numerous pictures of trees and carports on houses. It's just been amazing. Give Garrison Bailey a call from Bailey Roofing and Constuction, 281-961-2872. And wanted to get your car cleaned up after that mess? 346-319-5961, or go to Diamond Auto HTX on social media, or diamondautospa.com. All right, guys, don't forget about the comic and card show in Conroe this weekend. Go to Sports with Balls. It has the flyer up. I'll put it up again tomorrow for you guys. All day Saturday, all day Sunday. They've got, man, just go see. I'm going to post a flyer for you guys. Go to Sports with Balls on social media outlets. Follow me. Let's have a blast, man. Thank you guys for paying attention. I will be back tomorrow. If not, we'll see you Monday. My name's Jeff Michael. We out of here.